Hi Ranjith Sankar, welcome to ETimes. How are you doing today?
Good, good. Tell me, Shilpa.
Great. So first things first. One thing I've noticed about your movies is that your titles say a lot about what the movie has to offer. Be it Punyalan Agarbati, Star Perikuti. Nyan Merikuti itself proclaims confidence, and Susu Sudivatmigam speaks about the stamping problem that the protagonist has. And so your titles basically communicate a lot. So how do you pick your titles? Does that happen the very moment when you get a thread, or does that happen later?
It's different for different films. Sometimes for Passenger, I immediately got a title. And for Arjun and Sakshi, I got a title immediately. Some films, Punyal Nagabatis, we did a lot of brainstorming to get that title. Nyan Merikuti, I just got it instantly. Sunny was also very easy. So it depends on Ramande Arandotam. Again, I took some time. So Varsham, again, it took some time. I thought of a lot of titles. So it depends on the film. Sometimes you get it very fast. Sometimes it takes time.
Right. Coming back to Sunny, the title Sunny obviously is about the name of the protagonist. But the word Sunny also means something pleasant, enthusiastic, and everything's bright. But we have seen the posters and the trailer recently, but I haven't seen the Sunny side yet. So tell us a bit about that. The Sunny, the title.
Yeah, unfortunately, he wanted his life also to be sunny, but it did not turn out as sunny as he wanted it to be. So right now it's kind of dark, cloudy, and he's waiting for the clouds to get cleared and be bright and sunny again. That's the situation.
Great. Also, Ranjit, I think some of your best creations were, Passenger and Arjun and Sakshi. And I love the way, you handle thrillers and, especially the situational thrillers and psychological thrillers. And watching the posters and, the trailer and teaser of Sunny, I felt like you guys have used more cool color tones in the in the entire glimpse that we have seen. There's this moody sky, and the character Sunny seems to be in a mental trauma, and uh, can we get to see that psychological thriller elements or drama in Sunny?
Very little. Sunny hears sounds. Sunny has some problems. He is consulting doctors for the same. But that is it. That is actually one small part of Sunny. It's not about that. The film does not fall into that genre or even into any particular genre. But you can say it's a drama overall. That's all.
Okay, we know that Sunny is a musician and he's going to through tough times, and definitely the story was apparently takes place during the pandemic. So what else can you say about Sunny?
The story takes place in the pandemic. More than that, the story happens only because of the pandemic. If there is no pandemic, there is no Sunny. There's no movie. So I think that is one aspect about Sunny, and it's about I think it's the what Sunny is going through in the film is something like most of us has gone through, at least for a few days in the past couple of years, and like all of us, we have been through this, and we have for every new year we take resolutions. Like especially similarly when we go through such period, we have temporary resolutions and then we switch back to our lives. So all these things happens to Sunny also, actually.
All right. Also, I remember this poster that was released recently where Sunny, Jayasurya is, he's in a bathtub, and, this might be my own interpretation, but I somewhere felt like he is inside a bubble that he unknowingly or knowingly created, and immersed in his own deeds. Uh, and what can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, you are right in a way. See, the thing is like uh, a person actually shrinks into a shell and reaches a point where he starts thinking so small and plan things so small and stupid, which may not work. So Sunny does a lot of things like that because he's in that kind of a state of mind. But he later changes and some new things happens with him. That's what the movie is dealing with.
All right. Also, in the teasers and trailers, we didn't see anyone other than Jayasurya. So, is it like is he the only actor in the film, or will we get to see other characters?
There are other characters in the film, but they are not actually visible, as in today's world. It's very tough to see a face right now, isn't it? So there are few people in the film, but they cannot be seen properly. It is from Sunny's point of view. We have tried to show all these people, but Sunny cannot see all of them properly because of the situation we are in. But for the majority of the film, Sunny is alone and with himself, but he has a lot of company. That's how we have conceived it. But they happen in different sizes and shapes.
Also, Madhu Neelakandan is the cinematographer for the film, and we have already, although we have only seen glimpses, we can already tell that it is going to be a spectacular movie to watch. So, how has his craft helped you in telling the story?
Oh, very much. He is the most important person in Sunny, I will say, because once we decided to do Sunny, the first thing I told Jayasurya was that I think there is only one person who can shoot this, and that is Mr. Madhu Neelakandan. Because simple reason is he is the best cinematographer we have around. And that is even being agreed upon by cinematographers. He is a master in himself, he's a genius. And when I talked to him, he was equally excited about this idea. It's a huge challenge for a cinematographer to actually shoot a whole film inside a space. Very few may take it up. He took it up as a challenge and did fantastic job. That's what I feel now the people have to say.
Right. Also, Ranjith, you have worked with Jayasurya several times in the past, and when you sign an actor, especially someone with whom you have worked previously, how do you make sure that in this case Jayasurya does not repeat himself in terms of emoting, like be it him crying or expressing pain? How do you make sure that? Is that process challenging?
I don't try to make sure of that at all, or even I'm not even concerned about it. Like you take 10 people around you, don't they cry all similarly? Don't they smile similarly? And an actor, it's not about a particular reaction. It's about a particular character. I try to discuss the character with actors, like what the roots they are coming from. That may not be reflected in the film, but a good actor need to know it to actually perform. Like how educated he is, in which school he was taught. It wasn't English medium. All these things affects in a character. So I'm only concerned about the character. I'm not at all concerned about whether the reaction is similar to Meri Kuti or Susu Sudiwal Megam. That's not my concern at all. Whether
but
as Sunny, if this is working, is my
don't see him repeating, especially when you guys come together. That's why I.
Maybe that is because the characters are very different. So there is little scope for this thing. That could be the only reason. Because I try to make my actors comfortable and try to tell them, like, if you tell an actor not to repeat a reaction, that will be a very stupid thing to say. Like, you showed the same expression in that film, so don't show in this film. It's a very logical thing for me to say. I can tell them that Sunny will not react like this. That is fine. That I can explain it to him. We can discuss and then we can arrive at something. Other thing will become an exercise, like what should I do which I have not done and which is impractical because there are only 10 or 20 reactions an actor can give.
Hmm.
in that sense.
Right, right. Also, as there were no, characters as such in, especially when you were filming, was the, entire process of shooting difficult for Jayasurya?
Um, he said it was not. That was not the challenge. He said the challenge was to actually uh, make the scenes work. In this film, it is slightly different from the other films because it's more than the performance. It's to make a thing work in a format. Whether you can keep the audience engaging for the whole part of the film. I think that is the biggest challenge. Is performance in Sunny, not only performance, every department in Sunny, because if everything gelled together, only it will work. So I think that was the challenge. Yes, obviously there were issues. Like there were, let's say there is a phone call, and there is there's no other person. So there is somebody who's prompting. But the prompter may not be as good as the actor who's going to finally dub it.
Right.
So you have to anticipate and do it. So it requires totally another kind of skill to do it. But he was so ready for it and took it as a challenge and did it.
Great. We cannot wait to watch the film. And thank you for so much for this conversation, and all the best for Sunny.
Thank you. Please watch it and let me know what your feedback is.